Hey there, Gemini. It's Chronic Joy Tarot, and this is going to be your August 2017 reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And I just want you to know these cards have been shuffled, cleared as I called in your essence of Gemini, and that, let me see while I'm waiting while the cards call to me. Sometimes I have to really take a pause. I usually use this Zen Tarot deck here, and it's Zen Tarot by Osho. That is this deck here. And then I pull one oracle card to give us a theme and sort of a guidance for a topic on what to focus on in the next few weeks. And that comes from this Earth Magic deck by Stephen Farmer. So yes, you'll find if you're new, that my style is definitely about your personal and spiritual development, calling to your higher self, where to focus right now for the next, several days. And if you're returning, I want to thank you for all the likes and comments and being here with me on this channel. It's been a lot of fun so far. I've just been here a few months, so. Okay, Gemini, what is your energy? What is your focus right now? I pulled tree, and that is the energy of grounding. Love this. Okay, I'm a Leo. Many of my friends, I connect so easily and strongly with Geminis, and I'm certain it's, the air to my fire that keeps me going. And I've come across most of my friends that are Geminis, that energy tends to, that air energy tends to, they get swept away by it, literally. And that need for grounding is very important. So we're going to say that in the next couple weeks, Gemini, you're called to pull down, more meditating, more touching base with, the core of who you are, and maybe less outward activity. It's okay. It's all right. I know sometimes, it feels like, excuse me, I'm sorry. I just had an email come through and I was distracted. I'm very sorry. I'm looking like the twins now myself. I know at times that grounding and that pulling in and that sort of retreat doesn't always feel comfortable, or feels too comfortable so that you're like, I don't ever want to go out and engage again. But that's okay. That's the nature of the twin energy. You're just fabulous beings, though. I love it. I love how you're so in every moment. And speaking of, the energy that you're starting with here, your starting point for this reading is moment to moment. So what you're guided to do now is just focus on exactly right now. This figure is walking along the river. He's so happy. He's walking along, his feet are on the stones as the river's flowing around him, and his eyes are closed. He's not even watching where he's going because he's exactly in this moment on that one stone right now. And that is what you're guided to go ahead and follow right now, Gemini. Just be in every moment fully and richly. I know that gets tossed around a lot, that kind of a phrase, be in the moment, live for now, live in the moment. But it's really, there is a depth to it that even just that catchphrase doesn't even do justice to. Really just stop and take in your surroundings in any given moment, especially when, being around trees literally helps as well, especially when you're feeling a little scattered. Okay? Yeah, so, okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull some of these cards ahead just to see where we are, because this is interesting. Yeah. Okay, so Gemini, what you might find and that's kind of what I just said, in the act of grounding and pulling in and getting in touch, you may find that you feel too suppressed, that you feel disconnected, and you're holding back from others. That it's needed, but it isn't needed to stay there. Do you get what I mean? Like that extra time of meditating and pulling in and being with yourself is really important, but not to the point where you feel disconnected. So there's a balance, and there's going to be a sort of um, a flow to it. And that is definitely why the next card came up, because this card is the totality card. This is really guiding you, really kind of like this moment to moment, but not only just be in the moment, but be in it fully, like in your zone. Like these acrobats, they're in the zone. And if one decides to think about breakfast tomorrow or what they did and said yesterday, they're going to go tumbling down. They are only focused right now on that next grasp of their, teammate's hand. And that's all that matters. Grasp the hand, do the next move, right? This is what you're guided to do, is be fully in your grounding. Not just, oh, I'm going to go meditate and then I'm going to go about my day. Be fully in it. Really, really take pause. Really take pause. And okay, let me just start here. This side of the reading, this left wing, this spread is called the flying bird, and this left wing are all your internal energies, unseen by others, that are going on within you. And then these are external and how they show up in your life. So the next part of your journey in the next couple weeks, while you're trying to add more grounding time, is that you may get too much up in your head thinking about past memories, things that maybe you long for. That's okay, but not to the point where, like, this figure has those memories just closing them off. It's all a box around their head, and it's closing her off from what's happening now, what is actually in her life now, the life that is right here. So you're cautioned to, sit with things, but not get sunk by them, if that makes sense. And in your external life, the next couple weeks may show up. It may look to others as if whatever, everything's fine. This ordinariness card kind of says, the status quo, life as usual. And that's okay. If you're working on doing this work and doing this grounding work, and really tuning in to the times when it's needed to ground, and then the times when you need to express. If you're really tuned into that for yourself, you're doing the work. And it might show up as there's nothing really new going on, but there is, right? And this next internal energy is the card of guidance, which is that's where what you're tapping into when you're doing your grounding and you're meditating. And I don't mean just that you have to meditate in order to get there. So there's ways that you can get into your zone and tap into your deepest part of you, that may not be meditation, prayer. Some people, it's music or running or swimming or just simply being with family, reading a book, whatever it is that pulls you down into that space that is the core of who you are. This is what you're guided to do more. I'm going to say literally, though, for a couple days, literally go out and sit at the root of a tree. Go to a park, go to some area where you can be literally grounded. Feel the earth under you. Feel the roots and how far down the tree reaches to stay rooted into the earth. This is a literal practice that you can do. It doesn't have to be what you do every day, go live under a tree, but it wouldn't hurt in the first couple days of this period of time to come, to really just sort of clear that suppressed energy, and clear the thoughts that are holding you back, those things you're longing for in the past, and bringing you into this very moment. Okay? Definitely you'll want to spend more time in silence. It's not a bad thing. Like I said, as long as those thoughts in your head don't take over, these quiet moments and these ordinary times and these times of just sort of moving through your life with ease are, there's a healing to that. There's a way that even the most seemingly ordinary tasks, doing dishes, mowing the lawn, whatever it is, are or taking a walk out in public, they have a healing effect as long as your base is cleared and you're in touch with that core of yourself. Okay? All right, Gemini, I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I'm really grateful for all of you to be here. Stay tuned. I'll be doing August updates, mid-month updates very soon. Take care. Bye.